Art Valorio, Royal LePage Art Team. Well, I'm a little confused to say the least, and I think it's time to clear up some issues about the economy. What is going on? Is the economy in a recession? Is the economy on a pre-boom? You know, the only thing I know for sure is that all the experts and all the people that spend their entire day trying to predict what's going to happen with our economy are continuously wrong. I know that, and you know that. So how do we decipher this information, analyze it so that we can plan as people? You know, what are we going to spend on? What are we not going to spend on? How much do we need to save? That's really all we need to know. Yes, China's important. Yes, the Middle East is important, but at the end of the day, can we affect that? Absolutely not. We have to deal with what's in front of us. So let's take a look at the economy from a completely selfish perspective. And when I say that, I mean, let's talk about Edmonton, because that's where we live. That's what's important to us. So on August the 27th, there was an announcement from the federal government saying that we, as Canadians, or Canada, was definitely in a recession. The first two quarters showed GDP decrease, and therefore it's classified as a recession. And that would have been August the 27th of this year. Well, exactly 7 days later, the following Thursday, they announced that Canada is formally out of the recession. Now, what the heck does that mean? That is absolutely ridiculous. And those statistics are based on numbers that you and I can't even begin to analyze. Well, maybe you can, but I certainly can't. So let's deal with some facts. Fact number one. In Alberta, 35,000 jobs were lost in the oil sector and sort of other industries that are connected to the oil sector. That's 35,000 jobs lost. Well, 41,000 jobs were created during the same time, and that's January to date. So what happened? Well, the unemployment rate stayed at 6%. There is no decrease in the number of jobs. Where did they go work? Well, fact number two will explain that. Edmonton, Alberta. $4.8 billion in development is going to be spent in Edmonton, downtown Edmonton alone. It's an unprecedented amount of money being spent in a city this size over such a short time, and that's 5 years. So they're going to spend $4.8 billion over 5 years. All the people that left their jobs in the oil sector got jobs where? Edmonton. And they're going to be working for how long? The next 5. And these guys are predicting economic trends over 3 and 4 months. Well, these jobs are not going to go anywhere. And the economy will change 15 times over between now and the end of the next 5 years. But they'll still have work. They still will be working. Fact number 3. Within the last 2 days, Suncor announced that they have resurrected a project that they shelved in 2008 during the downturn, or during the last so-called recession. And they have committed to spending $13.5 billion. Right now, when oil prices are $40 a barrel. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Well, my guess would be that they know something we don't know. Canada is the 4th largest producer of oil in the world. So they are not going to stop that industry anytime soon. And it looks like the $40 a barrel in terms of price is not stopping a company like Suncor from investing $13 billion. So now, how do we analyze this, and what does this information mean to us? Well, I analyze it on a very personal scale. I take a look at, am I going to buy a home in the next little while? Or should I suggest that people buy homes in the next little while? Well, I'm done making predictions because my information comes from the information that the media feeds us, and I'm going to just deal with facts. So if I take a look at those three facts, it tells me that Edmonton's on an upswing in terms of pricing and housing. And do I, or does a consumer, or anybody that's looking to get into the marketplace, want to wait until all those oil jobs are back, plus the jobs that were created in downtown Edmonton, before they start to look for a house? I would say probably not, because that will mean that prices will go up, because more demand means rising prices. And I can't see demand going in the other direction. So if you're looking for a house between $300,000 or let's say $200,000 and $600,000, will the price go up by next spring? I don't know. You decide. Take a look at the facts, analyze it, make a decision. I personally wouldn't wait. Once again, make our team your team.